So, we've got Darlene Denis with us today. Hi, Darlene.
I
Um, so, um, how did you hear about Mars One?
I guess I heard about Mars One back in January of 2013 when they put out the first newsletter. Well, I signed up for the newsletter that would let me keep track of the applicants process to be invited to the applicants process. So that was when I first heard about it. I can't actually remember where I saw it on the internet or where I came across it. I was already subscribed to a newsletter called marshome.org, which was through the Mars Foundation, and that was back in Mother's Day of 2007. Actually, I had been subscribed to them. That's how I came in contact with the Mars Society, and then somehow came across Mars One at some point when they made their announcement about the applicants process and signed up for the newsletter.
Awesome. And what made you decide to apply?
What made me decide to apply? The fact that it was a one-way trip, actually.
Awesome. So, what do you think of the process so far?
I think it's been interesting. Coincidentally, the date of my upcoming interview will mark my second anniversary with Mars One. So I've been with them for 2 years. And it doesn't seem like it's been that long, but then there are days, I guess, when it seems like I don't remember time when I wasn't part of it. So I think the process is interesting because it's quite casual, really, from the applicant's point of view, I suppose. We kind of go on with our daily life here on Earth, and then every few months, Mars One contacts us and tells us there's something else we need to do now.
So, what do you think makes you qualified for Mars One?
Well, I think probably the most important qualification I think that I have to offer is that I want off planet Earth. I wanted to get away from this planet for as long as I can remember. And at first I thought it was probably going to be like just in space, maybe if an opportunity ever came along to just be in space, I suppose, not necessarily on a planet. It wasn't until I found the Mars Foundation and Mars Society that I realized there were other people who were kind of thinking the same way, maybe not for the same reasons, but I won't have any trouble disconnecting myself from my former existence here as an Earthling. And I think that's going to be really important. Dr. Kraft has said that would be very important, that we were ready to let go of our existence here and embrace our new existence on Mars. So I think that's probably the top quality that I have to offer.
Awesome. So, what's life like for you now? Like your daily routine and stuff.
Well, my daily routine has changed quite a bit, actually. I recently lost the job that I had as a manager for my parents' store. We had to close that store. Part of the reality of American economics right now, small, one local businesses that are having a hard time competing in the marketplace. So where I used to have a very predictable routine every day of getting up in the morning and going to work and checking my email for Mars One and then going about my day at work. Now I spend most of my time trying to create work. I'm a tutor for English second language students online, and so I work with people all over the world to help them refine their American English and make better use of their skills in the workplace and social environments, and I enjoy that a lot. I'm also contributing a chapter to a book on alternative governance beyond Earth through a professor that I had at Coursera, and I'm doing that with a couple of other candidates to the Mars One program. We're working on that together. And then I'm working on a project of my own as well, and getting ready for my interview, of course. I'm doing a lot of studying and a lot of preparing for my upcoming interview.
Awesome. Um, so, what do you think you'll be doing on Mars all day when you get to Mars?
I think there'll be no shortage of things to do if I'm one of the first members of the first crew to go. I think there's going to be probably more things to do than we can get done in a day. But my primary interest and most of my skills are in growing crops. So I think I'll be busy with the agricultural part of the settlement building, making sure that we're going to have enough food to eat, and whatever other things that I manage to be good at as far as technical skills go. I have a little bit of knowledge of medical care that will probably come in handy, not as much as some other candidates, but enough to keep me alive so far anyway. And I hope that I can get out on the surface and investigate, do some research as well. I'm pretty interested in what Mars has to offer, the history of the planet, and even so much as just, whether or not any type of advanced life forms ever lived there before, even if it was a very long time before, if there's any evidence of that. So.
Awesome. Well, that's all I've got. Is there anything you'd like to add?
I think the Mars One program is a really awesome opportunity, and I'm really honored and flattered to be a part of it.
Awesome. Thanks, Darlene.
You're welcome, Heidi. Thanks for having me.